My name is B-Walk and welcome back to Copy Your Coin, where I show you how to copy your coin in the fastest growing market in world history. Today I'm going to talk about Cardano, give you an update fundamentally and technically speaking where it is and kind of where I see it going. Again, it's going to be a quick video, but just kind of give you an update, kind of give the landscape of the cryptocurrency market at large, as well as how Cardano fits into that. But as you already know, I'm going to ask you to do three things, fam. I'm going to ask you to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that alert button so that you know when fresh content is out from Copy Your Coin. All right, so let's jump into it. You already know I always check the coin market cap, kind of give me a lay of the land, if you will. As you see, the cryptocurrency market has really been running as of late. I think we started at the beginning of this month, we were around 105 billion as far as the value, and now we're approaching 140 billion, which is great news. It's not surprising though, you see a lot of green here. The market has been in an oversold position for quite some time. 2018 was basically a bear market year. And I believe we're going to continue to find a bottom here in 2019 and start to move into another phase. Now, will that be a bull or will it be more of a consolidation? I'm not sure. My tendency to lean is bull, but we'll see. You know, either way, I'll be prepared and I'm going to make sure that you are too. So as we look, talking specifically about Cardano, it's number 11 here. As you can see, still valued at over $1 billion at 1.2. You know, so that market cap, that's good. The price is 0.048, so right under a nickel, and that's good. We've been up 5%. So Cardano is looking strong. It's a great thing. As we look at the charts, let's pull it up. Cardano right here. So as we see, it's at 0.48, 0.49, and this is on TradingView, which is my go-to chart for the cryptocurrencies. Here are the lines that I have demarcated. I've talked in various times as we've gone here and kind of built a bottom. As you see, Cardano has started to move, and we haven't quite reached the high yet for this year, but we're approaching it. And what I do like about it is that it's another retest, but also that we've bounced. And again, it's constructive. As you see, the volume, that was a pretty big volume, strong volume day when we got to that point. I suspect that when we get back up there, you're not going to have quite the volume down, people selling, because I think you're going to see the sentiments have somewhat changed here in Cardano, somewhat changed in cryptocurrency in general. But all I do is trade for the now. All we can do is see what the history was. No one can predict the future. So as we look at the chart, we see it's a very bullish pattern going here. We're holding that 40, that 0.046 level, 0.046, which I love. That was a point we tried to breach it here, but it bounced, and you see we're moving higher. The next point of resistance is going to be that 0.053, so just above a nickel. And I suspect that we're going to be able to get there and consolidate. I don't think this is going to rocket up to 20 cents or 10 cents. You know, that's not how strong currencies or strong stocks even are built. You know, you're gonna have bulls come in and selling as part of the process, but you want to build that base, and I think that's what we're doing right here. We're in the process of doing that. So I think if we can get to the level of 0.05, just a nickel, and hold there even for a few weeks, I think that's going to be very bullish in the future. And I suspect that there'll be bigger things to come. We can get to that 0.067 level, 69, and then get back up to almost a dime. Where in my opinion, Cardano should be way above, and it will get there. We'll talk a little bit about that more here in a minute. But as you can look at the charts, you see this is the 200 period moving average, and I'm on the daily chart. So this is slowly coming down. I think we're going to be in a position of actually touching that here probably shortly. I'm guessing in the next month or so. We'll see as the price pressure continues to push forward. So overall, this chart is looking, as I say, constructive. I think we put the lows in. You know, this was a great time. Somebody had commented they wish we could get back down there to the low. I agree, I understand. But I've been accumulating. Hopefully you have been too. And be honest, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I told a buddy of mine this the other day, people are gonna be kicking themselves in 2 or 3 years if they didn't buy at this point. I don't care if it was at a 0.06, where Cardano's gonna be 5 years from now. You'll wish you could have bought it. You'll wish you could have bought it at 10, at 10 cents. You'll be wishing that. So that's 10 cents obviously for the US dollar for my US individuals. So anyway, this is the chart technically speaking. Let's look about kind of what fundamentally what's going on. So Again, all the articles I talk about are going to be down in the description, so don't worry about trying to memorize the URL. You know, I'm going to put it down there. But this is Invest in Blockchain. This was a couple of days ago. I seen this article, and it was basically Charles Hoskinson talking about where he sees Cardano going, and it's going to be building for quite some time. And he's, you know, I think he's spot on here. You know, people have been somewhat disappointed because it hasn't gone on as fast as they want. Cardano has been very much put their head to the grindstone and just making development slowly over time. The peer review, it's not sexy as, hey, we're gonna hear this coin's gonna change the world and this and that, but it's solid. It's a foundation. It's something that you can build on. And for those of my architects out there and just people in general, the higher the building, the more solid the foundation. Look it up. And I don't care what building you're talking about, built in the world, you're going to have a great foundation. And so Cardano, they're going to continue to build and grow as we all think that they will. Then they're going to need to have a solid foundation, and they're going to need to take step by step. They can't take any shortcuts, and they haven't done so. I've been pleased to say that. So that's basically what he is alluding to here. I love this quote. The big accomplishment is just learning how to have a cryptocurrency in the market, learning how to have a product that can evolve at a reasonable pace, and being able to actually execute on the science, because the science is so very complicated and it's all new protocols. That's absolutely true. And in my previous life, I did some developing in IT space. And I'm telling you, I mean, anybody in my programmers know that if you're doing client server architecture, web design, or even blockchain, it's not something that anybody can just jump in and start doing. You have to meet the problems head on with people who are savvy and intelligent and understand what the technology is actually able to deliver, and then to bridge the gaps where it's not make sure that you have a possibility for it to grow. And so the development is a hard process, but they're building for the long time. They're going to be building for a long time, and they're in the long game. I've said that over and over again. I've heard some other of my YouTube buddies and peers and compatriots say the same thing, and they're absolutely right. This is a long process. Again, another quote, but being able to overcome all of that and keep moving forward and dealing with issues like the Cardano Foundation having to go through a change of leadership. These were all things that we overcame. They proved that we're resilient, that they proved that we know how to execute, and that we are going to be here for a long time, and we are building for the long time. He's talking about specifically about the price. And I know a lot of you faithful hodlers out there have been sitting there rubbing your hands together, grabbing the coin, wondering when it's going to rebound. But recognizing that these are opportunities for the token to be on sale and accumulating that thus as such. Cardano, when it first came in, was at this level and shot up to I think $1.27 or 29 at the high, and it's fallen back since. I know a lot of people were demoralized at that, but I think it's great. It gets to hype out the market. You don't need to hype in the market here. You need to let the technology mature, and the price will take care of itself. Okay, in this particular article, you can see the video for yourself if you haven't already caught it. I'm not going to press play, but like I said, you'll have access to see that. The other article I want to speak about is EMURGO launches a training academy for blockchain developers. Okay, so I think this is interesting. They're going into establishing a foothold in the India market and trying to get an opportunity for individuals to learn blockchain and learn it from the ground up. I think this is great. The blockchain technology, along with big data, artificial intelligence, and Internet of Things, are expected to play central roles in the upcoming years across vast industries. This statement is key. Again, we're gonna witness quite a lot of growth here in the next, I'd say probably the next few years, 5 to 10 years. I think it's going to be some explosion of growth. There's a number of things I've seen on artificial intelligence, on Internet of Things, and of course on blockchain. You know, so there are some opportunities here. There are people doing very innovative things. EMURGO is throwing their hat in the ring, making sure that we're getting the best and brightest worldwide, not in just one particular place. Now they're taking it one place at a time. This is a place for Indian developers. So anybody out there who's looking to learn and you're in India, this is a great opportunity. So they're gonna release an opportunity where it's blockchain related jobs. Look, this is a growing market. So anybody who's looking to develop You know, and you don't have to wait till you graduate from school to do that. You can jump into this. Some of my sharpest friends who were developers started developing when they were literally in high school, you know, and even a little before. And so that is an opportunity here that I hope that people grab hold. But it's just another example of how I say this is going to be a global phenomenon, and it is already. And again, you're talking about a currency that is looking to disrupt what's typically been something that has been cornered by only super developed countries and by few hands in those developed countries. When you're talking about the whole moving the money system and a lot of different things. So this article was certainly interesting. Like I said, the URL will be down below. But I think that India, if you see, the IT market is one of the biggest in the country with the current market size of 160 billion and projected to more than double to 350 billion in literally 6 years. That is incredible. I believe it though. I believe it. So anyway, so it will foster our online, EMURGO Academy will foster our online and offline community through the creation and delivery of curriculum for developers where aspiring developers can learn to build on top of Cardano. I think this is going to be great. So these are opportunities here fundamentally that, you know, Cardano is certainly strong. We've seen technically that it's building the bottom. We're getting to a point where I think we're going to start to rise. The pressure is certainly going to the upside. And I expect good things down the road. Okay. So question of the day. Is this something that you might be interested in? You want to be a developer? Or do you think that this is the right way that EMURGO is going? Should they launch more academies? You know, is this an idea? Do you think this is a solid strategy or tactic, if you will, to execute what Cardano has planned for the future? I don't know. We'll see. I think time will tell all, but in my opinion, I think that's an excellent way of going forward. Okay? All right, so that's all I have, and I'll see you next time on Cop Your Coin. Thanks for joining me.